DSS Studies. I am Bala. Today I will explain about new topic from physics, horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile. Here, before going to horizontal projectile, we already learnt about equations of motion. Equations of motion. Here there are four equations. First one, v equals to u plus at. Second one, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Third one, s equals to ut plus half at square. Fourth one, s equals to u plus a by 2 into n minus half. Okay, so these are the equations, four equations of motion. So first one, v is equals to u plus at, which means final velocity equals to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. Okay, so here v means final velocity, u means initial velocity, a means acceleration, t means time, s means displacement. Okay, so here sth means distance covered in nth second. In nth second. Okay, so sth means distance covered in nth second. Okay, so these are the four equations of motion. And if we see horizontal projectile, here horizontal projectile means, so if I take here a ground, here it is a ground, and here this is a tower which is height of h meters, okay, h meters height, and here there is a ball which is dropped horizontally like this, which is dropped horizontally. So the initial velocity acts towards like this direction. So here, before going to horizontal projectile, first we have to know about what is gravity. What is gravity? Here gravity means in straight line we know about acceleration. In straight line there is a acceleration. In a freely falling body, if I take a freely falling body, it have gravity. Gravity means constant, which is 9.8 meter per second square or 10 meter per second square. Okay, so this is called gravity. So if you see here, a ball is traveled with some initial velocity u, it continues up to path like this. So if it reaches ground, it travels with final velocity. Okay. So if you see here, gravity always acts downwards only. Gravity acts always towards downwards. Okay, so here this is initial velocity. Initial velocity. So if I take here, this is initial velocity. If I take parallel to this x-axis, so this is initial velocity along x-axis, and if I take this is initial velocity along y-axis. So if I take here, ux is u, because with some initial velocity travels. So along x-axis also initial velocity only u. And if I take uy, it is 0. Uy means initial velocity along y-axis. There is no initial velocity, so 0. And another acceleration along x-axis is 0. because it travels with uniform velocity. Okay, so if they mention uniform acceleration, okay, so acceleration along x-axis is 0 and ay, acceleration along y-axis is g. G means gravity. Along y-axis like this, it travels like this, gravity. Okay, so here very important point, here I am taking the sign conventions as, which means downwards is positive, gravity downwards positive, upwards negative, and acceleration along x-axis, positive x-axis is positive, along negative x-axis is negative. Okay, so this is sign convention. Up to our topic is completed, we have to use this sign convention only. Okay, so this is basic introduction of this horizontal projectile. So ux equals to u, and uy is equals to 0, and ax equals to 0, ay is gravity. Okay. So if I take here, after time t, after a time t, time is equals to, so here I am using the formula, equation of motion, s equals to ut plus half gt square. Here gravity, so at square. So here s means this distance, tower distance. Tower distance is h. So h equals to, initial velocity is 0 because initially it travels with 0. So 0 plus half gt square. Okay. So here h is equals to half gt square. So if I transfer these two terms to this side, so 2h by g equals to t square, which means finally t is equals to root over 2h by g. Okay, so this is the formula for time of descent or ascent or time of flight. Okay. So here we got one formula, that is time is equals to root over 2h by g, which is nothing but time of flight or time of ascent or time of descent. Here time of flight means the sum of these two times. Here time of ascent means downwards. It travels downwards, so this is time of ascent. Time of descent means travels upwards. So both are not there, so I am taking as time or time of flight. Time of flight means how much time it travels in air. Okay, so this is one of the formula. And if I take range is nothing but the distance from this feet of the tower to when it is dropped, the point it is reached on the ground to, that is called as range. Okay, range is nothing but initial velocity into time of flight. Okay, so here range is equals to initial velocity into root over 2h by g. So this is the range formula, sorry. So this is second formula. So this is first formula. Okay. Note down these all formulas, very important. So here we got another formula, that is range is equals to u into root over 2h by g. So this is another formula. And here another formula is there. V is equals to root over u initial velocity means, so here I am deriving this formula, v square minus u square equals to 2as. So I am using this formula, v square minus u square equals to 2gh. Okay, so v square equals to u square plus 2gh. So v square equals to root over u square plus 2gh. So u square plus 2gh, here this is for after time, after t time. Okay, so v square equals to u square plus 2gh. 2gh. So this is another formula. Okay. So note down these three formulas, very important for finding velocities or height or any other calculations. So this is horizontal projectile. I will explain again. See, here I am taking a ground and a tower with height h meters, and here a ball is there, and this ball is traveled horizontally. If I push a ball with some velocity, it travels horizontally from a tower. But here, very important point, here in ground a person is there. If a person is there, if you see like this, he observes this ball as straight path. It observes this person observes this ball. It travels like a horizontal line. But here there is an observer, for example, and it travels like this. But here this observer observes this ball is traveling like a straight line. Very important point. With respect to this ground person, this travels like a horizontally, and with respect to this air person, it travels like straight line. Okay, so right, with respect to ground, it travels horizontally, and with respect to air or with respect to an flight person, it travels straight line. Okay, so these are very important point. So this is horizontal projectile. Okay, so this is full topic horizontal projectile. Here very important point, before going to this, there is a main point, it is uniform acceleration. Okay, gravity is uniform acceleration, and along x-axis also uniform acceleration. Okay, so this is horizontal projectile. And if you see another point, so this is ground and this is tower, and a ball is dropped like this with some initial velocity u, and the height of this tower is h. Okay, so here see, I am taking this point and it travels u along x-axis and along y-axis gravity. Okay, so I am asking to find the angle between this path and this path. I am naming as alpha. So I am asking to find this angle. So there is a formula. Note down, tan alpha equals to gt by u, which is nothing but alpha equals to tan inverse gt by u. Okay, so nothing but another formula, tan alpha equals to root over 2gh by u, or alpha equals to tan inverse root over 2gh by u square. Okay, so these are the two formulas for finding the angle between this path and this path. Okay, so these are the important points. And the horizontal projectile topic is completed, we will do some problems. If you see first question, a body is projected horizontally from tower of height 19.6 meters. It reaches the ground in. Here it reaches the ground in means we have to find the time. Okay, so if you see, first we have to analyze the given condition. So this is the tower and it is 19.6 meters and a ball is there. It is traveled horizontally and they gave that gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. So if you see, what is the time formula? Time is equals to root over 2h by g. Okay, so if you substitute the values, 2 into 19.6 meters by gravity means 9.8 meter per second square. So 9.8 ones, 9.8 twos. So root over 2 into 2, 4. So which means 2 seconds is the answer. Okay, so this is the time for reaching the ground. Okay, so this is the first question. And if you see second question, a stone is thrown horizontally with velocity g meter per second from the top of tower height g meters, then the velocity. Here they give that gravity is g meter per second square. So if you see, if we analyze the given condition, so this is the tower with g meters and the ball is traveling like this and we have to find the velocity. So they gave initial velocity. Okay, so if you substitute the values in v is equals to root over u plus gt, u square plus 2gh, sorry. So this is the formula after time t. So if you see, velocity is equals to root over g square, initial velocity g square plus 2 into g into height g meters. So 2 into g means 2g square. Okay, so this is nothing but root over 3g square, which is nothing but, if we transfer this g to outside, g root 3 meter per second. Okay, so this is the velocity. Okay, so this is the second question. Here they are asking to find the velocity, so this is the velocity. Okay, so here I am writing, see, g root 3 meter per second. Okay, if you see third question, a ball is thrown from a top of tower. It reaches the ground after 4 seconds at an angle 45 degrees to the ground. The velocity is, so they gave that information, time is 4 seconds and angle is 45 degrees. So if we analyze the condition, so this is the ball. So this is, I am taking this is the 4 seconds and this is the angle 45 degrees. Okay, so if I use the formula tan alpha equals to gt by u. Here tan, here alpha they gave 45 degrees. Tan 45 degrees equals to gravity. For simply I am taking 10 into gravity means 10 meter per second square. I am taking. Okay, so 10 into time 4 seconds. 4 by u. We have to find the velocity. So tan 45 means 1 equals to 10 into 4, 40 is equals to u. So if I transfer this u to this side, u equals to 40 meter per second. So this is the velocity. Okay, so this is the third question. And the today topic is completed. ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే ప్లీజ్ లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. And if you see this question, paragraph. Here they gave one of the condition, and the tower height is 19.6 meters and the ball is moving with initial velocity. And they asked the 3 questions on the basis of this paragraph. What is the velocity after 2 seconds? Here they give angle 45 degrees. So if we use tan alpha equals to gt by u. Okay, so tan alpha is 45 degrees, so tan 45 degrees equals to gravity 10 meter per second square into time 2 seconds, 2 by u. Okay, so tan 45 means 1 is equals to 10 into 2, 20 meter per second by 2, because here 2 seconds. So 1 second gets cancelled. So this is u, not 2. So if I transfer this u to this side, u equals to 20 meter per second. So they gave after 2 seconds, the velocity is 20 meter per second. Okay, so this is the first question. And if we see fifth question, what is the time moving with velocity 9.8 meter per second? Which means tan alpha equals to root over, here they give what is the time. So we have to find the time. Time means t equals to root over 2 into h by g. Okay, so this is not our part. We have to find the time. Time means root over 2 into h by g. So root over 2 into 19.6 by 9.8, because height is 19.6. So ones, twos. So root over 4 means 2 seconds. Okay, so this is the fifth question. So sixth question, what is the final velocity when it reaches the ground 4 seconds? When it reaches the ground 4 seconds means, first we have to find the tan alpha equals to gt by u. Which means tan alpha, here alpha is only 45 degrees. So tan alpha, tan 45 is equals to 10 into 4 by u. So here u is equals to 40 meter per second, because tan 45 is 1. 1 is equals to 40 by u means u is transferred to this side. U equals to 40 meter per second. So keep it aside. So what is the final velocity they are asking? So v is equals to root over u square plus g square t square. So this is after time t. U square plus 2gh means that is after displacement h. Okay, so v is equals to root over u square 40 square 1600 plus gravity 10. 10 square means 100. 100 into this 4. 4 means 4 square. So 100 into 16. 1600. Which means, so I am taking common as 1600 1 plus 1. Because 2 tens are there. So 1600 1 plus 1. So this 1600 is taken outside. So it becomes 40 root 2. 1 plus 1 2. Okay. So 40 root 2 means I am writing, see, v is equals to root over 1600 plus 1600, which means v is equals to root over 1600 1 plus 1. V is equals to, I am taking this as outside. So root 1600 means 40, because it is 40 square. So 40 root 2 meter per second, because 1 plus 1 2 root 2. Okay, so this is the final velocity when it reaches the ground at 4 seconds. Okay, So that is the final velocity. Okay, so this is the sixth question. And the today topic is completed. ఈ వీడియో కనుక మీకు నచ్చినట్లయితే ప్లీజ్ లైక్ చేయండి, షేర్ చేయండి, సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. If you have any doubts, please comment on the comment box. Thank you.